it's me, Stephen, reporting back from movie nights. Sorry it's been such a long time since my last video, but a lot of family stuff have come up, as well as, unfortunately, COVID-19 hasn't made things easier in life, unfortunately, as most of us are aware. So I'm basically doing a small little video here, breakdown. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do a trailer reaction for the new Justice League trailer for Zack Snyder's cut. So basically what I'm going to do is a breakdown of some images and things I noticed in the trailer that I'm not too sure other people did, or maybe people did and didn't realise, or things like that. So basically I'm going to do a quick little brief rundown of things I noticed, things I thought, and my initial thoughts. Okay, so I do have a little list here. So the first thing I'm going to say nice and quick is the start. Kicks off with a bang with Darkseid. I think it looks fantastic. A lot of people have sort of been half and half. They've said he looks amazing. Some people have said the CGI is not done, doesn't look the best. Bear in mind, we still have until possibly, the rumour is April or September next year, the 2 dates they're looking at. So there's still plenty of time to touch it up. And a lot of people have said he looks weird. But Zack Snyder has come out and said he's a baby. I've heard rumours apparently he's more in his teenage years, so he's quite young warrior. Obviously later on, because this is set about over 5,000 years ago, so he will be much older by then, and obviously a lot more intimidating, and things will be a lot more, to me, he'll be more intimidating. I think at the end of part of the movie, if he does show up, he will have the full suit, the blood red eyes from his Omega beams. I think it'll look fantastic. Second one is the Justice League Hall being destroyed, reference to Batman v Superman in Batman's Nightmare, where the Omega symbols in the sand, everything's destroyed and it looks like apocalypse. So if you slowly, as you can see in the picture I'm showing you now, that if you see in the first picture, you can actually see I think it's the left-hand side of the picture, you can actually see Aquaman's trident. Obviously this was done pre-Aquaman, so the trident looks different to what he ends up with in the movie in 2018 for Aquaman, which is fine, you know, that's a minor detail. Apparently there's also Wonder Woman's shields in there broken. I haven't managed to see it. I'm going to have another quick look over the weekend to see if I can find it. And then in the second picture, as you can see, there's a Joker card that flies across the screen. Obviously reference to Batman's museum, possibly details he's left in the Justice League. I've gone blank on what they call the Hall of Justice. Might be relics there of what Batman's done, who he's caught, things like that. So Joker card's appropriate, which is fantastic. The next one I'll go to is Wonder Woman. As you can see in the picture I've got up here, is that Wonder Woman is looking at the arrow. Now, if you all remember it, unfortunately, in the theoretical cut of Justice League, her mum, and I've forgotten her, Antiope, I think her name is. You can correct me in the comments below if I'm incorrect about that. I always forget those names. The arrow was thought to just be shot to let her know that something was coming. We now figure out by the small little snippet we got a few months ago, where she sees the temple with Darkseid in it, and she looks absolutely horrified, which she should be. He's a new god and one of the most powerful people in the DC universe. This arrow is clearly hit where the temple is, and she not only did it to warn her, but she did it so that she could see what she was up against. Steppenwolf, Darkseid, Desaad, the army, the parademons, all the things that are coming to planet Earth, or Earth Prime as Zack Snyder has deemed it. Alright, we'll go on to the next picture, which is Batman looking at a hologram. A lot of people are still saying, oh, the legs look a little small, we think it might be Supergirl. He's not being honest, he's throwing us off the track for a Supergirl movie down the track. He's already clarified many times that this is Superman. Would be nice for it to be Supergirl, don't get me wrong. Massive Supergirl fan from the original movie, the TV series, as well as the comics. So I'd love to see her get her own movie or make a cameo and then have her own movie. Would be fantastic. The next one I'm looking at is, I'll do a few parts here because there's a few of him. As Cyborg has been advised that Cyborg is the heart of the film, which is fantastic. I'm so happy for Ray Fisher, and if he does see this by some chance, hats off to you, mate. from down under in Australia, well done. I hope that everything gets sorted, and I hope that the people that did you wrong get justice. No pun intended. As you can see in the pictures, I've got here Cyborg playing football, which is one of the many scenes they cut, which is part of the backstory of Victor. If I remember correctly, I don't read a lot of Cyborg comics, but as far as I remember, after the game, on the way home, they have a car accident and his mum dies. He loses most of his limbs and body parts, which then leads to his dad trying to fix him, which uses the mother box to do so, as we I think know the basis of that. The other picture, as you can see now, is the mother box being toyed with or experimented upon with Silas, Victor's dad. As you can see, he's vaporized here, and as you can see here, when Cyborg's screaming out, as you would if your dad was dying in front of you, Steppenwolf's in the background. Now, I have two theories here, just based off something I heard last year. One is this is for real, that Steppenwolf attacks Star Labs to get the other mother box while the Justice League are trying to resurrect Superman. The other theory I have is that possibly what's happened is that there's a rumor that Victor basically, when he connects with the mother box, or because he's one with the mother box because it created him, is that this is a nightmare thing for him, and Steppenwolf's gotten into his head and causing him to have these nightmarish visions, because that he also sees visions of what will happen, like Batman saw what will happen to Earth with Apocalypse and Darkseid coming, and he knows. That's why, in the theoretical cut, why Cyborg's system became weird and attacked Superman is because they cut out the part that shows that when he merged with the mother box, is that he was connected and saw everything that was coming, and he saw the threat of Superman going evil and using the afterlife equation from Darkseid when Lois supposedly dies, and the theory was she was going to die in this by the hands of Darkseid, and Superman would lose it. And that's why Cyborg became so defensive of Superman, because of what he saw. And the other picture I'm going to show you is the one where he jumps to save the cop. I forgot the person that they've advised who it is that's playing him. Sorry about that. But as you can see in the picture, he's got his full face mask on, which looks absolutely sick. And apparently, from what I've read and what I've been told, is that the fight with Superman happens about halfway through the film, so the 2-hour mark. So I'd say probably episode 3 with the four episodes. We'll probably get to the fight scene with Superman episode 3. That's my theory. And yeah, I'll get to the other part in regards to something else in regards to the time frame of this movie, but I just think that's a really nice thing that they did, and I think those scenes belong in there because apparently it's a big fight scene with Superman and all the League. It's not just a small 5-minute thing that we end up getting a crappy one-liner from Batman that is something you would expect from Iron Man. No offense to the Marvel fans. Next part is Black Suit Superman. Oh, hats off to you, Zack Snyder. I'm so happy to see that in the movie. As we all know from the death of Superman, when Doomsday and him basically killed each other. When he's resurrected, he has the full mullet, the beard, the black suit. Absolutely one of my favorite comics. When he's resurrected, it's fantastic. So I'm so happy to see this. Do I wish he maybe had a beard and a bit of long hair? Maybe, but it's fine. I would rather, if I had to choose between having lots of hair and the red and blue suit, or the black suit and less hair, definitely go the black suit. Next part is Batman on top of the gargoyle. Praise the Lord that we are getting, sorry about that, praise the Lord that we're actually getting the Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL Batman theme for when he's on the gargoyle, not the 1989 Batman theme, which in its time, and I still love that theme, I love it for its movie and for that time frame, it was astonishing and one of my favorites, but it does not suit this Batman. Does not suit it at all, and this scene is like ripped out of the comics. I got a tear in my eye, because to me, Ben Affleck is Batman. And I hope that the rumours are true, that if this does well, and he's well praised, and he does well in The Flash, that we will be getting possibly a 3-way series of movies for Affleck, like he was wanting to do with his script, or we'll be getting a mini series of anywhere to 5 to 7 episodes, which would be great as well. Next part is, let's have a look, King Atlan flashback. So they didn't show too much of the flashback of the big battle where, you know, the gods, the old gods fight the new gods. So like Hades, Ares fight Darkseid and Steppenwolf, or the Green Lantern show up. But you do see a snippet of King Atlan using his trident to blow up some parademons, which is absolutely fantastic. And I cannot wait to see that flashback. It's going to be absolutely astonishing and amazing. No one does big battle scenes better than Zack Snyder. As you know from 300, no one does it better. Now this one was interesting. I heard rumours of this and I didn't think it was true, but then we see, as you can see in this photo here, a picture of Desaad. Now, a lot of people thought it was Steppenwolf. I've seen so many trailers, so many people are like, oh my god, it's Steppenwolf, it's just without his armour. No, in fact, it is Desaad, which is basically Darkseid's right-hand man, or B-word, I'm trying to keep it PG for the kids. Basically his right-hand man, and does whatever Darkseid advises. As you can see here, the photo I've provided shows the animated version of Desaad. Now, he's generally normally clothed. You don't normally see his face too often. In the animated, you do see him a little bit, but in the comics, very rare you see his face. I think he looks fantastic here. I think the armor on him suits him perfectly for this tone, and I cannot wait to see him in action. And I wouldn't mind hearing who the voice is. If you know who it is, or if you have some ideas, or if it's been advised who's doing the voice of Desaad, put a comment below. The next one is the Flash saves Ira. This is the scene that we saw in the original trailer back before Zack left, and then they cut it out. Don't ask me why. It's absolutely astonishing. As you can see in the photo here, it looks great. A lot of people commented on the Flash with his feet, why he's not wearing shoes. My idea is he literally runs so fast he runs out of his shoes. That's my theory, and he's entitled to do so. Next part is Aquaman leaves Atlantis. Now, a lot of people have said this is when he's going to Atlantis to get the equipment to fight Darkseid. Steppenwolf. This is not my theory. As you see in the first photo, his armor and his Quindon is on the floor. He then backs up, cocky, you know, as Aquaman is, which is great. And then you see Mira upset and sad. Not happy that he's going to fight, sad that he's leaving. My opinion is this is after the battle, where the rumor was he went and met up with Mira and Volker. I hope I'm saying that right. I never get that name right. Who was making his first appearance in Justice League. And my theory is that he's returning the equipment. This was pre-Aquaman, so obviously in Aquaman he has his Quindon because that's what he has it at the time. In this, obviously, maybe it's a little different, but in this, I think he's bringing the equipment back and basically saying, I want nothing more to do with Atlantis. You know, look what you did to my mum. Look at what you think of me as a person. I'm done. So that's my opinion. The next one is the Lois and Martha scene. Now, there's a lot of rumors flying around, and a lot of people have said he is in the movie. A lot of people have said no, he's not. I have a sinking suspicion that Colonel Lennox is Martian Manhunter, and I believe from the rumor is that's not Martha Kent hugging Lois Lane. It's Martian Manhunter trying to find out something, or maybe feels that maybe Lois deserves some comfort because he does know, Lennox does know, Colonel Lennox does know Lois Lane, and I think maybe he thinks that she deserves some comfort, and you know, she needs to pull herself back up and be the reporter she once was. You know, cunning, smart, brave, and not afraid of anything. So we'll see how that plays out. Flash and the Speed Force. As you can see in the photos here, say what you want about his run. Yes, it is a bit goofy. Maybe they did it for the Justice League and made it more goofy than it is. A lot of people don't know this, but Ezra Miller did a lot of studying with athletic runners and track runners, and actually studied the way they ran and saw it in super slow-mo to see how it would look, and a lot of it looks very similar. And the reason that they do this is that it allows them maximum speed, balance, and direction when they're running. So to me, I have no issue with the way he runs, even if he's running like I don't care. You know, Flash has always been a bit of a goofball, a bit of a oddball. To me, it doesn't bother me. I'm excited to see the Flash and the Speed Force. The rumor is that he will, in this, go back, and this will show you him warning Bruce from BVS that what will happen, Darkseid, all that sort of stuff. That's what he will be doing. But also I heard there's a rumor that they had to change one part of the movie, and this is very... Don't judge me on this. Don't think that I'm insane. I think I'm insane. The rumor was that at the end of Justice League, after they defeat Steppenwolf, Darkseid comes to the Batcave, and, you know, after Victor's been badly damaged, after half of them are all injured, he attacks and he kills Lois, Darkseid, which then Superman goes completely insane, and then that's where it sort of ends. And apparently the rumor is that maybe Flash, in this one, Lois does die, but Flash goes back in time to stop it, or maybe Victor's dad does die and he goes back in time to stop that. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm just excited to see the Flash Force. I'm excited at the Flash Force. The Speed Force, I'm super excited to see, you know, the visual effects look better than they did in Justice League. I'm so excited. And with the Flash movie coming out in 2022 with my two favourite Batmans of all time, Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton, super excited. And now that I've seen the new Flash costume, I'm so excited for that as well. So keep up the good work, DC. Next one is Steppenwolf's redesign. Don't get me wrong, I've seen worse villains. Look at Black Panther. No offense again to Marvel, and look at Galactus from Fantastic Four, but also look at like Green Lantern from DC. I mean, come on, seriously. But the redesign, as you can see in the picture here, is so much better and more consistent with what we saw at the end of the Ultimate Cut of BVS, where Lex Luthor's talking to Darkseid, or we think he's talking to not Darkseid, to Steppenwolf. And I just think he looks more intimidating. He looks more like a threat. And the rumor is that they showed a slide of Steppenwolf, and it has the time in the corner of when he shows up in the movie. In the original cut, he comes in the first 20 minutes, I think, 20 to 30 minutes. This one, he comes after an hour, which is so much better because it allows more character build-up, more depth, and more range for the movie to set up longer, and for the fights later on to mean more, which is fantastic. Now, this next photo, as you can see here, and a lot of people said it when they saw the 30-second trailer a few months ago, is that you can see here that they basically took out Darkseid and put in Steppenwolf, and the CG looks dodgy. They went from a darker sort of grey tone to really bright red and really saturated. It didn't look good. And I'm so happy to see Darkseid back where he belongs. I wouldn't have minded if it was Steppenwolf in this photo, if it was the redesign, but I'm more happy that it's Darkseid. As you can see here, and please save your comments for the bottom, Superman redesigned or not redesigned before he had the reshoots where he had to, you know, the imagery looks fantastic. The quality looks amazing. The cinematography is fantastic, as we all know Zack Snyder's known for. There's no comparison. And I'm so happy that we're now going to get amazing, beautiful lines with a lot of meaning and thought and love behind them, compared to you smell good. You know, like, I mean, come on, seriously, just come on. Then the last part is the end scene of Justice League. As you can see again, instead of having bloody red flying crap everywhere and a family that was thrown in there last minute, and instead of having flowers bloom and having the colours saturated again, and then having the crappy one-liners with, you know, Batman, Superman and Wonder Woman, the Trinity, you know, when Batman says, oh, now she's glad, and we get a smile from Batman. Yes, he does smile, but no, not for this tone, not for what they've just been through. It wasn't good. And the new scene looks fantastic. The black suit Superman, all the team together just looks fantastic. The Flying Foxes in this one, in the original one, that's blown up. So I'm very curious to see what actually initiates and what happens from there. It's going to be very interesting. Now, for all those fans that are thinking, oh, at the end, they'll still have the Flash racing Superman, that will not be in it. That was shot by Joss Whedon, so that won't be in there because Zack has said he won't film any or put anything in there that he didn't shoot. To be honest, I don't care if it's not in there. In the Flash movie, do it in that maybe. At the end of the Flash movie, maybe have Superman do a cameo. It's been reported that Henry Cavill has signed multiple deals for cameos in other DC films, like hopefully Shazam 3, where Black Adam will fight Shazam, or hopefully maybe in Shazam 2 where it will mentor him. I'm not too sure. Who knows? But, you know, I'm just happy with the ending I've been rumoured or heard that we will get, which is that you'll see the full breakout of Deathstroke getting Lex Luthor out of prison, and then you see the deal they make. That's the one thing I was so sad of when I found out Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman wasn't getting his own movie, and the script he was where he was going to fight Deathstroke at the end. I was devastated. I heard the people they got for the choreography, the fighting, it was probably going to be the best on-screen hand-to-hand combat fight scene in comic book history, and hopefully HBO Max, if you ever see this as well, please get Ben Affleck back. Even if it's just for a 5-part mini-series for his script that he had, you know, 1 hour each, or, you know, 1 or 2 movies, I don't care. Bring Ben Affleck back, send him off the right way. Justice League's not enough. He is going to be in it a bit, but he deserves his own movie or series where he can go out on his own and have his vision realised. You know, I'm happy for Pattinson. He's gotten a chance to show that he's got more depth and range as an actor. I personally was very underwhelmed by the Batman trailer. Don't get me wrong, I like the tone they're going for. I like that the villains they're including. I have some suspicions that the Court of Owls is going to be snuck in here with no one knowing, which would be fantastic. I've always wanted to see that in a live-action Batman movie. But I miss Ben Affleck as Batman. He was a great Bruce Wayne and Batman. I personally am only more worried about Pattinson being Bruce Wayne. But anyway, that's for another video I'll do next week, where I'm going to break down and do what my thoughts are on Wonder Woman 1984, the Black Adam small snippet we got. I'm going to do a full breakdown of the main things we got from DC fandom. So that's it for me for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And no, you're not, yeah, like I said, leave your comments below, please. No nasty comments, no fans of Marvel or DC fighting each other. Let me make this clear. We're in a world where the world is not doing the best. Being in Australia, we generally are, except for my state of Victoria, we're not. But be nice to each other. You know, just because I don't think Robert Pattinson will be a good Batman and the movie may not be the best, I'm happy for fans that are excited for it, and you know, good on them. You know, they want to watch it and enjoy it and have so much faith in it. I'm happy for them. You know, a lot of people said I was an idiot when I was really behind Ben Affleck as Batman, and people still think I am because they think he sucks. But I don't care, because that's what my opinion is. That doesn't mean it's right or wrong. So for all those out there, be nice to each other. Okay, enjoy your movies. Enjoy what makes you happy and what you enjoy watching. Just because others don't like it doesn't mean it's bad, you know. And I hope whoever does enjoy the Batman, the Wonder Woman 1984, Shazam, Black Adam, you enjoy what you like. And Marvel fans, if you're watching this or do watch this, you're entitled to love your movies. I love the majority of the original first block of Marvel movies. I think they got a bit too jokey and too, yeah, I won't get into that now. But don't get me wrong, I think Marvel's still a great company. They still have fantastic comic books. I still read them. Still, you know, they're second behind my DC ones, but I still love them. And I am very excited for Black Widow to come out. I'm pretty ticked off of how long we have to wait for it. But yeah, we'll see how things go. But again, be nice. Put a comment down below. Subscribe. Click that like button. And just be nice to each other. Have a civil conversation. Any comments you have about my video, feel free to do so down below. So yeah, thanks so much from the land down under. And this is Stephen from Movie Night. Peace.